back.
We good. We good.
We good. We good. Nothing pumped really hard since I was gone. So because the Wi-Fi just sucks just as hard as the rest does over there. So yeah,
I don't understand why hospitals' Wi-Fi's is so notoriously bad for it.
there's just a lot of people, right? And I go to an academic hospital. That's why I need to run these tests because I'm part of research and stuff too. And it's just that hundreds of people come there, and yeah, it's a really big hospital. Anyway, I'm home. Nothing. It's behind me. Behind me. I just couldn't get all the work done for today that I wanted to get done because of it, and so I'm going to be up a little later today to still cover everything. But yeah, I was just excited to hold this space again. We're just waiting for some more people. Just to, always good for your account to drop some mentions in the comments, right, and to repost the room if you want to be on stage. Then go ahead, request. You're more than welcome to. Hey, Papas, I see you. You guys, the link to the YouTube live stream is up in the Jumbotron. And of course, are we streaming on X yet? Tick.
Let's see, on X, yes, yeah. So we're on X and on YouTube, but
Tick
the
is doing his tick things.
yes. So X and YouTube we are streaming on currently, but I still need to set up the TikTok thing. I need to
All
get
right. Well,
yeah.
we're
The
gonna take
TikTok
some
thing, I
time.
feel like that's kind of like that'll come last. I was experimenting a few days ago with a new tripod that I was going to set up for doing the
Mm.
live stream. However,
Yeah.
I'm going to return that tripod, get another one, and so that will happen. But I've had a busy week myself too. It's just been like
Mm.
nonstop, you know.
Right.
So
So hey, listen, we just optimize overtime, right? We'll tweak overtime.
yeah,
Don't see it as a must, right? It's something that with force. We grow over time, right? Sometimes the spaces are very very busy. Sometimes they're less busy, but the recordings are there. It's on YouTube, so it will stay there too, so
yeah.
everybody can watch it back. Might be bullish to mention the tokens in the title, or at least the chains that they're on, right?
Mm,
And so people on the
okay,
YouTube,
okay.
when they
I
search, and
was
make it
confused.
easier for them. Um,
Yeah,
although,
yesterday or the
yeah.
day before yesterday, 2 days ago, the Bitcoin I'm sorry, the video title is Bitcoin above 103K, Solana at 172, Sui at $4. I thought that was a fitting title because everything had kind of pumped up to that point. So that's a good also a good like place marker keystone to see. Oh, this is where we were on this day, 2 days ago.
Yes.
Bitcoin all time highs.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Um, I'm
Speaking
getting
of,
a
let's
lot of.
see, Sui's still at $4. That's awesome.
Well, it
Solana's
pumped hard this morning.
yeah, it went up to like
So it has a
426.
little. Yes, as I
Yeah, I
wanted
saw
to
that.
mention that, right? 429 touched
Damn.
a wick in there, shot a wick in there,
And that's the
was
shape of
pumping
things to
so hard.
come.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
very bullish.
Yeah.
So he really wants to do it, right? It really wants to do it. Um, it has some trouble with that four, but the RSI cooled down on the lower time frames, like on the hour. So I'm expecting to move in that channel over there. That's a big channel. We go from here all the way to 429. That's a 30 cent channel. That's a lot for that market cap. So I think a lot of swing traders are still swinging in here, and this is, of course, they make use of that volatility.
Yeah.
Bitcoin wasn't pumping that hard when it shot. We got a little glimpse. We got a little glimpse of what happens when we shoot a wick up in that 105 zone, right?
It came coming back down real quick. I'm on the one
Oh
hour.
yes, we're
What should I
getting a
pull
little
up? The one day?
slap in the face. What?
Which time frame should I look at?
Well, I'm looking right now on the hour where I can see that good wick that happened at like 10 a.m., 9 a.m. my time, which is 3 Eastern, right? And 3 a.m. Eastern. And so it shot a wick in there, 105.7.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And yeah, you see that wick? Yeah. And then
Mm-hmm.
we got just slapped in the face and just like, no, go down, right? We're not
Right.
ready yet.
Right. That
Yeah.
tall, skinny wick. Yeah, that shoots out. It's in the
Yeah.
middle. Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good indication. Like I said, there are bears up there, and they're taking out now that first sell zone in there is now been taken out. So we're just waiting for the next one, possibly be taken out too, and then on the third go, we'll possibly just hop on over there, right? Let's look at that. Well, we just had Sui here. Sui is ready to go, and then when Sui is going, you guys, everything on Sui in the ecosystem is just hauling. It's just hauling. So yes, I saw Solana. Solana, I see you. Solana is holding very, very well, and that also shut that wick up there in its resistance zone of 180, right? Also got, slap on the head there. Not really punishment, but slap on the hand. So it looks like the alt tokens are really, really seeing Bitcoin being bullish.
Mm.
And then, of course, I have to give an honorable mention to XRP pumping 10%. That one just pumps when it wants to pump. There's just no XRP. Let's go. It just does things on its own.
What?
When we mentioned Solana, I got to also mention then Pox because Pox was trending for a little bit today. I saw that flying by. And so Pox on Solana, you guys keep an eye on that, right? And it's hovering on its support. Any dip there is a freaking blessing because even those little pumps, whole communities will be posting about Pox, and it will be trending, right? That's what happens when there's a large community behind a token.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff will get trending straight up. So you want to keep that on your watch list. If you're not in yet, right? At least keep these things on your watch list so you can gauge that a little bit. And yeah, Tick, you giving a lot of. There's a lot of noise coming through your microphone.
Oh, is there? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe somebody's talking in the background.
That
I don't
that
know.
is what it is. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, TV.
Well, yeah, it's not
It
mine,
doesn't
but
matter.
yeah, yeah, that's what it
I
is.
have I have birds. I have birds that make noise like now.
But yeah, Pox right
So
now it looks like it's been
yeah.
consolidating since
Yes.
for the last
Yes.
couple days now, last few days, and
Yes.
so it looks like
You
it's
guys, when
due to
something
rip.
is consolidating, it means that's the buy floor, right? That's a buy zone. So we should not be scared there. Anything red there is extra blessings, as far as I'm concerned. Let's just go ahead and look at that Bitcoin dominance, right? Because everybody has been saying that the alt season, the alt season, the alt season. I get it. I get it. We bullish. I'm bullish. Very bullish. Bullish in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, of course, on its bull run and has been for, a couple of years now. And
Gold
it
is
means that.
pumping. Gold is pumping too, isn't it?
Yeah, well, gold had a little bit of a sell off, and I think that rotated. It looks like, of course, correlation, but it looks like it's really pulling up on that gold chart, and to see some of that being traded into Bitcoin, but also into other stronger assets. So it's a diluted a little bit like that, but definitely I could see the Bitcoin response to that little dip on gold, possibly being traded against Bitcoin here right now, right?
Wow.
That's how big money makes money, right? I see the dominance holding that support where I thought it would be. And so, nothing like a relief rally yet. However, I do have to mention the highest was 65.5, and that is 3% down right now. So just that 3% gave us all these pumps. In November, it was like 8 to 10%. I think it was 8. We got an 8% down on that dominance, and we did crazy pumps there. So these are called relief rallies, right? Uh, Bullish because the alts get some relief, so they can actually pump above their resistance when Bitcoin does so and gets a little bit, the pressure being taken off. But it's not alt season yet, right? And I am not convinced this is going to be alt season altogether because alt season would also indicate that Bitcoin will top out. And so it kind of tries to make a move like it did in November. It looks very much the same setup. In November, it got carried by that 200 EMA on that dominance chart. And if we go down to a 200 EMA retest of that, We are looking at 57.8%. That would confirm a really good relief rally before summertime, right? So, but is that then alt season? No, alt season more bullish than that, right? It should make you bullish for alt season. It should also be realizing then that if that's the case, that the dominance drops to that 58 for a relief rally, you know, uh, it should make you bullish because you have a little bit more time to buy in, right? To position
Mm-hmm.
yourself better. And if you haven't yet, then go ahead and review your portfolio. If you do not have a portfolio, you're behind the facts. So you need to get started, right? Build a portfolio. What does a good portfolio look like? Well, for me, it is look, sometimes you want to trade on the chain itself. I'm not a chain maxi, I'm all over the place, right? But let's say two layer ones, one a little bit more stable and the other one with more upside potential, right? So for me, choices here is easy. uh, Solana would be my most more stabilized layer then, and Sui would be my most potential layer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to look at their ecosystem and look for some bullish tokens that have utility, right? And I'm going to pick one of each and maybe add a meme coin and do these five because you need to be managing that in all season and things will go crazy. And your Sui and your Solana will be doing the X's. So you make profits there, and then you can double down on what's in the
Yeah,
ecosystem of that
I've got a
native token.
question.
Hmm.
So let's say you were gonna do SPX on Solana and just
Yeah,
just for the sake of it, for the sake of things,
yeah,
and then on
yeah,
Sui you were gonna do deep. Now, to me, let me see. So Solana, yeah, you'd have a little bit more stability with SPX, and then on Sui with deep. So deep would be more volatile than SPX on Solana.
yeah,
You think? That liquidity
yes,
layer, huh? Just
yeah,
because
yeah,
Sui is more volatile in general. Even though
yes.
when I think of both of those coins, though, I would think it seems like it would be the contrary. Like it would seem like Deep would be more stable than SPX because SPX is essentially like
Yeah,
just a meme
but
coin.
deep is deflationary.
I see. Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's those three different types. There's the inflationary, deflationary, and then one other type of tokens. I just came across this the other day, and I remember having like a realization of
Yeah, so do your own research. We're
yeah.
just mentioning some tickers, right? But you can fill that in with whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Just go for, we're looking for a more stabilized layer one and one with upside potential. So you could also go for SEI, or maybe Monad will be launched, and that would be your most potential layer one, right?
Mm,
But they're more volatile than Solana, so that's why you diversify because you're gonna have to risk manage a little bit there, right? Because if that layer doesn't do it, or you rotate a little bit more there, right? Could happen too. Then at least you have one more pony to go that is more stable and will for sure go, right?
mm,
So, and then, fill that up with whatever utility you like, or go narrative, go jump on an AI narrative, right? Very bullish too. We
mm.
know AI tokens pumping all the fucking time, right? So, hate it, I love it, hate it, but you can trade it. So, these are things that you might want to fill your portfolio with. Now, I do recommend to stick within 5 to 10 tokens because you got to manage that crap all. When all season does happen, things will pump so fast, and if you have too much, you can't pay attention and manage them all. You're going to rotate one or two, and that would be a waste of your energy and time DCA, right? So just mind that you need. I'm constantly trying to condense stuff because way too much, and just cannot manage it all, right?
Mm.
Especially not when things go fast in all season. Things pump fast in succession, quick
Right.
succession.
If you have 15
So
different things that
yeah,
you're trying to catch up to at once, it's like good luck,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and because it pumps so hard, these retracements will be a little bit more sharp as well. You can tell on the chart clearly when it was all season, right, from the tokens that ran last bull run. Uh, it takes a short. That's a short part of their charts is that pump. The rest is mainly on the floor or down, right? So that should tell you that these pumps are quickly, and so you cannot ignore or just by a lack of just attention and energy not managing that. So 5 to 10 tokens is really very good, right? And then if you do 10, you can add 2 meme tokens. You really double down on. And but yeah, so uh, that is, in my opinion, what a good portfolio would be like, and to risk manage. Of course, there's also going to be a part of your funding that needs to stay liquid for in the moment opportunities, because or else you end up rotating, right? Rotation, when things start to, when the relief pump comes or alt season comes, that rotation will get you so wrecked so hard. So be sure to have some liquidity on the side to make use of opportunities. Maybe there is something very bullish being launched, right? Maybe, and I'm not even talking a pump fund token, right? But Monad, let's say Monad suddenly comes out with a mainnet, and you don't have any USDT to gun at it, right? You don't have gunpowder left.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's an opportunity then that you might miss. Or you're going to have to sell some of a position or a whole position for it. And that's never a wise thing. So, stay liquid for these things. That is important. That is important. I don't know where Chop went, but Chop was here to shill. Chop Sui.
I've seen a bunch of stuff on the Monad. I was going through their NFT mint library the other day, like the little
Hmm.
marketplace, and there's a CryptoPunks NFT that's on there that's like 20 Monad.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, how do you even accumulate 20 Monad?
Yeah. 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 Well, I forgot the whole faucet thing today, so I need to be on it,
Yeah,
right?
I just got some more. I don't know what I'm at now. I think I'm at like three in it. Let me see. In one wallet, I should have like three, and then in my other wallet, I have 2.3 somehow. I don't know how I have point 0.3 somehow,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
2.36 in this wallet, and then in my other wallet, I think I should have 3 or 4 because I've been doing this for like a week now.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it
Yeah.
like every 12 hours. I haven't been remembering to do every 6. I haven't been like that diligent with it.
That's
Uh,
the way, my guy. That's the way.
but yeah, on the Monad website, they have like mints. I forget how I came across it. You've seen it, right?
Huh? I'm gonna, change the title and toss Monad in there, because what we might want to pull up that website again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
their website's huge. There's a lot of documentation, and it's a really extensive website.
yes, so I put it in the title now. Suipreme, I see you. I see you down there. If you want to, you come on stage and chill a little. Um, you're more than welcome to, right? Uh, Sometimes the space needs a little bit of a warm up before it gets more busy. But if it's not, because Monday, then we are on YouTube. We are recording this, and it will stay there, right? So people will watch back. So don't think you're getting ignored here. We're also live streaming on Space. People are looking there too, so they might not be in the room in this time with us, but might be looking. And what we're showing on the screen, it could be your project, or it could be your bags, or it could be yourself. We'll pull up your profile, right? Um, yes, I think we should do that more too, Tick. Well, we need to discuss that for later. I
Mm-hmm.
in the idea box. Let's go. Yeah. So, what were we? Monad, right? Maybe we'll do a little round of that Monad again if you want to pull up the website for this, because you
Mm-hmm.
can. Monad is a EVM compatible layer one in testnet, and it does that parallel scaling that SUI does. However, EVM compatible is bullish, right? Because a lot of devs learn how to code in that language um, of Ethereum, which is a solidity. So very bullish on it. And you can go to the faucet. You need 0.03 Ethereum, which is kind of now more expensive than it was a week ago. And in your wallet, and have had some transactions, then you're eligible to go to the faucet and do that every 6 hours. You can get free testnet tokens. Now, with these testnet tokens, you it's called testnet for a reason, right? You can start testing out projects on there, so you can do free mints, but you can also do like, like the 20 monad mint, right? And if you milk that far.
Yeah, on
So and those,
Magic Eden. That's how you can get there through the
yeah,
Monad XY website, and then you can get on Magic Eden's minting
yeah.
platform. Yeah,
Yes, I know memes, which is in lamp space in the morning, was like minting himself silly on
yeah.
everything there. Yeah, he was minting himself silly.
I've
So I
grabbed a
just have
few. Yeah.
one.
You
I
only
have
have
one.
one?
Yeah, you only have. I didn't have time to do more, my guy. I've
Yeah.
just been just all over the place the last few days with everything. So just to keep on track.
There's a ton of free mints, or like like close to free mints too. There's like a lot of them. If
Yeah,
you go, I have the page open right
yeah.
now, the Monad Testnet Mint Terminal on Magic Eden, and it's like it's really remarkable how many free NFTs there are. And it's like, yeah, go through, look for the cool ones, and accumulate, because it's like, why not? Yeah, it's fit.
Yes. And what was that testnet launchpad already? Kusu or something? Kulu,
Oh, it was a
Kuku.
Kuru,
I got
Kuru, right?
Guru. No, yeah, Guru with a K. All right.
KURU.io.
Yeah, I'm having it. I do it now on my thingy here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna bookmark that into my browser. So tomorrow, if I have some time, I'm gonna do that. I don't
Yes,
know if it
yes.
was
There's a
Guru.
there's a lot of opportunities just brewing, and not to
Oh
mention, it's like
yes,
today more than so than ever in a while. It's like I'm looking at the bird eye, and like Pepe just pulled back 8%, like Shiba pulled
I
back
know.
6.9%. It's like if you're looking
Yeah.
for a great entry after we just had that little rally, like it's
Oh
not too
yes.
late.
Don't
Peanuts
get shaken out. Yeah.
peanuts down
Don't get shaken
12%.
out either. Yeah.
So there's a lot of really good opportunities right now as I'm looking on the bird eye. It's like, damn. And that's
Absolutely.
today's Monday. I
Absolutely.
think that tomorrow things are going to start pumping, and then I don't know. That's the way it looks. It looks like we're going to continue to pump, I think. With
Yes.
Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, but gold, as Bitcoin, I'm sorry, as gold continues to rise like that, what we see normally is Bitcoin follows. So if gold
Yeah.
is continuing to rise, then Bitcoin should do the same, and
Yes.
everything
Yes.
else will follow.
There's
So
sitting
we
there.
should
Every,
continue
yeah.
along this path, hopefully.
Everybody knows now Bitcoin is a scarcity asset, right, to have. So it brings stability into the story. Um, but again, this is what I'm looking for, a bump and run if we're going to do another all time high. Now, I do not know if another all time high is in the cards. I know everybody's bullish, but I have no confirmation yet
Yeah.
on any technical, right, that this is happening. So I'm very, very careful with this. What I'm expecting is that we do go to the all time high and get rejected there. And then I'm looking to land on certain EMAs. One of them is that 101 target that I initially had, and it did, right? So I'm looking at, and then a bump and run. So if we can hold that 101 floor, we can make another all-time high. However, is if it doesn't, and we're gonna have to retouch some different levels here. We're looking at 95. We're looking at where that 70 EMA is at 88, right? We're looking at some levels there that might need some retouching for support. And
Hmm.
so, but then I would say we cannot lose a 93. If we lose a 93, where it's no all-time high, because that puts us once we get recovery from that, that puts us straight into June. And for me, the timeline was summer. Summer is bearish in crypto, you guys. I never seen a bullish summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe July, with the beginning of July, still everybody believes, and then everybody checks out in August, like pretty much, and fumbling bags left and right, right. So usually August is like hella red, and then September we are starting slowly to believe again, and then usually October, November, pumpy. So I'm more bullish on quarter four still than I am here. It also would make like a weird ass pattern that it just okay. We'll be for another all time high. We need to be not just bullish. We need to be ultra bullish, right? Ultra bullish.
There we
And the
go.
weekly looks exhausted for this. So That's just my thing. Now the RSIs, they can stay up and bang against the ceiling all they want. It's just that the higher. Let me look at some.
On
The
the
higher
week
time frames are starting to look a little bit exhausted. Yeah, from that move.
on the weekly, you see that skinny the wick touch the 106 or right under the
Nah, but
106, right?
yeah, but I'm looking at the stochastic RSI,
Mm-hmm.
and it did a golden cross up. Now, usually when it doesn't golden cross, it really pumps Bitcoin, right? It really does, and it's doing it. But there's a shit ton of bears up there. It's unbelievable. And so it takes a little bit too long. And then that K line, that blue line of your RSI is the time, right? Indicating time. And when it takes too long, that time pulls the momentum already up in oversold conditions.
Mm.
Now on the weekly, it can stay up there for a long time against the ceiling being overbought, right? Not worry about that. So, but even if we abandon the RSI there a little bit, there is now a little bit of a death cross forming on the daily. Okay, so now I'm a little less of a believer for a big all-time high, right? And and then so I'm looking at these lower time frames that can keep that daily up there, and they are luckily cooled down enough, right, to do a big pump. So there is still something to be bullish about here. It's just that how much are we going to do, and what response are we getting? And it shot a candle in that 105 area,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a little slap from that. So um, my prediction here, very conservative. I think we're gonna move very, very slowly in that direction, because if we're gonna attack it, because you see what happens if we attack it directly, the candle will get eaten, right? These bears are like, yeah, gotcha, right? And then
Yeah.
the bulls just need to creep up from behind, literally, and and then when it's closer to that five, then shoot a candle to the all-time high, right?
Mm.
And then in that case, you won't be rejected as hard because you're building some structure by going slow. Because everything that comes up hard right now is going to get sold hard.
Yeah.
All time highs, previous all time highs are resistance. These are sell zones. There's bears there. So, the bears, we need to creep up on them and then knock them out, right? We need to not be in their face, because if you're in the face with a big candle, they're like, yeah, gotcha, got your money, right? So, yeah, there's that. What more I'm gonna do there for myself? I'm gonna make a note to do that, to check up on that guru thing for Monad. So pick up on
Definitely,
there.
definitely look into Magic Eden as well. I don't know if you've gone onto
Yes.
their, if you've seen their Mint terminal, but it's amazing. Do you want me to send it to you on Telegram, or do you know how to find
Yeah,
it?
send it. Yes and no. Yeah, can you send it to me on
Yeah,
Telegram? It would
it's
just be a little
sick.
bit more easy.
You are going
Yes.
to love it if you haven't really like
Yes.
dove
All
into
you
it. I was going.
audiences.
I
Yeah,
was
I
going.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Should I drop it in the jumbotron too,
Sure.
or is that
Yeah. Why not?
bearish?
No.
It's fine. Okay, so
If you can drop it in the jumbo,
I'll go like this,
or else, yeah, or
and
else,
then
fine. What we can do, Tick, actually, we could make like a Telegram group of where we moderate with the both of us.
yeah.
Make like a private group, so everybody from the um, spaces you can go to the Telegram group where you can get all the information, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as links are concerned, because links posting on X is kind of bearish, and this is going to be then a way around it. And maybe we can even make that a call channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have some bots in there where people can scan if you have a ticker for us, right?
Yeah.
I think it's bullish. Let's write it down. All
It's
right,
very
so
good.
we're moving on. We're moving on from here. And I like to talk to Suipreme. I like to welcome you on stage. Tick, if you want to go to the profile of Suipreme and then maybe pull up a website,
One sec.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So what we see here with Suipreme before he starts talking, we see that cap, that hat. Now, Suipreme is like a
There we
promotion
go.
for other tokens. It's a token on its own. Its utility is it does promotions for other tokens. So it works together. It has a Hall of Fame where there's other SUI tokens on its website. And, all it has to do is put your hat on there, put your hat on your character, right, of the ticker. and then make the connection. It's all about SUI connections. So yeah, Suipreme, are you there to come chill?
Yes. Thank
Yes.
you for having me.
No problem, chill
So,
away. What is Suipreme? Why should you
yeah,
be buying? Let's go.
you already made a lovely introducing to our project. Yeah, as you can see on the website, we are also constantly trying to improve the website because in the beginning it was a very rudimentary website with basic information, and we made the CTO, and from there we are really trying to make the project time by time better. As you said, if you can come to us, everything is free. We are not charging any money because I'm, as a project leader, also annoyed, like probably most of you, with all this collaboration stuff, and they all want just money from you, and in the end, there's nothing substantial behind it. So I'm offering something which is for free. It is about community. The next step for the website, there's also a field like something is coming. I can give you here a bit the alpha. Is that we are already implemented council, the Suipreme Council, where the project leaders of all the projects who are in the Hall of Fame, they're invited in a Telegram group. So the idea behind is to create a powerful SUI community where you have the chance directly to speak with the project leader and learn from each other. Some projects are small, like us, with 30,000 K market cap. Some others reached some millions already and fall a bit down. But they have experience, and from this experience, everyone can learn. And this is a real and huge value for other projects. And you are all welcome to join and share. And we can see, like in the last two editions of our partnerships, it was Bubo. And Bubo is just missing on the Hall of Fame. They're just updating it right now. And Chop Suey. And their projects are also kind of utility projects, which also can help with your projects. And they're friendly people. And I can really motivate everyone just to join us. And as I said, it is completely free.
That is just so bullish because there's something to that, right? Because we all know that sometimes, especially on the new chain, there could be a bunch of people that are basically just degens that got lucky with some meme tokens and now are doing the KOL thing. But the thing is that in KOLs you have quality too, right? Quality. So yeah, just to have another outlet, for a free outlet for something that can really connect, like Sui Cream, I think is bullish, especially because these are all vocal founders, right? You can talk to them in spaces. They are vetted, right, this way. So there is some quality there to the table, and of course, for founders and creators to connect together, because the technology on Sui, there's lots now, luckily, but it's still very much in development. So we can, as founders, they can connect and ask each other questions and help each other out a little bit with some stuff, and get some alpha on that. So that's bullish for every project. So go ahead and check it out. I pinned a pin post for you up top here, Suipreme, and yeah, you guys,
I
so check it out. Right,
I
bullish on
posted
it.
one as
Yeah.
well in the on the chat,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
I've got the website up as well, and the website is remarkable.
Mm,
Um, I'm like
yeah.
very bullish on all this. I'm looking at the snapback cap. Have you seen this? So
Yes, of
sick.
course. Nami award as one of the first projects that was working together with Suipreme. So
I see
yeah,
Millie up on the Hall of Fame. The Chop
yes.
Suey. This is
Yeah.
so very bullish on this. This is so cool.
Yeah, and it also gives you not only that Suipreme is bullish, but it also gives you a good in that Hall of Fame. These are all founders with a voice, right?
Hmm.
There's no shadiness going on, right? These are all just real people. Something you don't see on other chains much, right?
Crypto needs this
Sometimes,
so bad. You don't see this on Solana.
No, right? But not even on ETH, and it sometimes it's not even because they are not there, but sometimes it's just too much and they get drowned out. That can happen too. That could be a thing too. I mean, there's thousands of tokens on Ethereum. Yeah, and these guys on SUI, they have been vocal whenever the chart was up, but also when the chart was very much down, right, and needed to find their floors. And it's very hard for people, for founders and teams to stay bullish, you guys. If everybody, the sentiment turns against you, you just got to haul on, right? That's why I have so much respect for Millie, too. You're there, first you're alone, and you got to just, motivate yourself to do the work every day, right? To post every day, to connect every day, to find the solutions, to build if you want to build something, right? To have maybe a collection ready and made and done, and that takes time. So my hat off for everybody for sticking around on that
Absolutely.
SUI chain
Yeah,
because that's
big shout
difficult to
out
do.
to Millie. I mean, he's not here right now, but he's in here all the
Yeah,
time. And what he's doing is just it's so awesome. You know, he's doing something else that no one else is doing. Really, you know, he's kind of pioneering that. It's like kind of the with the whole tax thing for the helping dogs out and everything.
yeah.
It's really cool.
Look, you guys also so low cap, right? Most of the projects are so low cap, and that's just because. And but they remain bullish because they believe SUI. I believe in SUI, right?
Yeah.
They believe SUI will do it, and then the amount of tokens on that chain, and then the volume that's going to come for it. So you must realize when let's say a market cap is 100K, yes, and the liquidity pool is 20K worth in SUI, but the liquidity pool is in SUI. So if SUI does a 10x, it will 10x that liquidity pool,
Mm-hmm.
and it will pull that market cap. So I saw that happen on Solana last run, and I was like, it even shows green on the chart when that happens, right?
Mm.
Even if there are no buys, because it pushes the market cap.
Yeah.
It has to. So these have potential to go. All of them go at least to excess, right?
Sui
So
is dirt cheap right now when you like if you look at it. You when we were talking about where you're saying your prediction is, it was way higher than I even anticipated.
yeah,
Um, but I mean, that shows how early we are. And dude, it's just so crazy. My friends that are into crypto and stuff that I know in real life that they have none of them talk about Sui. You know, they're still talking about like Chainlink and like
yeah,
XRP, and
yeah.
like everyone's still stuck in like 2021 when it comes to crypto.
Yeah,
It's like we're
because
just still
this is what
crypto moves
happens.
slow.
Mm.
You know, news new.
70% of crypto people in crypto will leave crypto in the bear market. So they come back when things are bullish again, but they have not researched all that new stuff that was
Mm-hmm.
being built in that bear market. So if you hold on through the bear market, you did your TCA. It's unfortunate, but these people then coming back are just, so very much behind the card here. They're just, the front row seats are already taken, you guys. These are taken by us, right? And rightfully so, because you stuck around, you did your research, right? You bought the floor, you believed. And so, when these pumps come, the people, the hodlers, the believers, they will get blessed with these. And I bless everybody. I see some, I have 300 tokens on my screen every day. I do not trade them all. I do not hodl them all, right? But I want to have them on my screen. And sometimes you see
Mm-hmm.
like a big pump on something, and I'm just like, bless these people, bless them, because I know my portfolio is going to do the same. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but next week or months from now. But that's, the bear market is not easy to stick around in. It's not easy. Everybody's freaking. I've been hodling big bags of XRP. If I want, 2 years ago, I posted about XRP on my X, and I got people under my post saying, "You're still hodling that shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? That is never gonna recover, right?" And I was just like, "Yeah, fat some more. I can buy lower. Just fat more. I'll buy it, right?" And so Sometimes, everything is based on belief in this game. Now, of course, you can do your research, and there's definitely technology that stands out from other technology. And I think it's going to be a natural evolution in crypto for things to start fall off the wagon. I mean, the last bull run we had projects that we do not hear of right now anymore, right? So people who are coming back now into crypto might be going like, "Where's BitConnect?
Mm,
BitConnect." Right? That's, yeah, not a thing anymore, right? Gone.
yeah.
So off the map. And there are many others that are like that.
Right.
So some of them will have their last relevance in this run a little bit, but they will never take out their former all-time high. And that's just because there's people in the bear market that were like, yeah, you know what? This is better. This is better. That is better made. I'm gonna go for that, right? So here we are. Here we are. But yeah, guys, but I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Not too sure yet. I need to see first what happens when we shoot a candle in that more higher zone of the previous all-time high, and then I need to revise and adjust strategy possibly there. There's just it's so even Steven. And like I said, the dominance is finding some support. I do not see alt season happening just yet. It kind of made the move like it wants to do, like it did in November 4th, if I'm correct. And so it kind of looks like it wants to do that move, and give us a relief rally, which is beautiful, right? Again, the pumps that we have in November, but I don't see alt season needs to drop 20-30% harder than this, right?
Mm,
And then Bitcoin needs to be at its top. And I'd rather have alt season if Bitcoin is like 190K, 194K is my target for Bitcoin. I'd rather have it there, have an alt season there, because that means that trillions more will flood, right? And we're
mm-hmm.
going to have so much fun all together. We'll be in spaces with lots of other people, right? Very, very busy. And we'll be going like, yeah, fuck yeah, send it, right? All the freaking time, every day. You're going to get tired of the pumps too. You're going to get overload on those. You're going to be like, pumping again. Yeah, that will happen. Also, honorable mention to Pepe too. I mentioned it this morning in Lamb Space. I saw Pepe pumping hard. Now, when Pepe launched, and I think it was 23, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, 23. When Pepe launched, right after that rally, when things were still in the media really hot with Pepe, right? There was this on TikTok, these Pepe millionaires. And then I got into Pepe 2, which had the narrative of second chance on Pepe. If you missed the first, here's Pepe number 2, right? So very bullish narrative there.
Mm,
And it actually survived. I made 4 big monster trades on that one over time when everybody was flooding it down. This will never get back up, etc. The same old story. People are salty because they don't have patience and they probably sold at a loss. And so they're vocally very salty about things, right? They do not handle it with grace. And I said, this is a scam project. Yeah, possibly just sold at a loss. But when I see Pepe, I have had these two on my watch list from the get go because I was in Pepe and I was in Pepe too. And so I have these two together. And so the whole time I've been watching them when Pepe pumps, right after Pepe 2 pumps, right? Because there's a lot of people, because they were so launched so close to each other in that narrative of Pepe's second chance, there were a lot of people from Pepe who made profit that got into Pepe 2 and made profit there too. And then from their profit, they rotated back into Pepe, right? So they're kind of being traded against each other that way. They also Pepe pulls heavily on Bitcoin. When Bitcoin's green, Pepe's green. And I should tell you that, I see Pepe as the Bitcoin for the meme tokens almost, right?
mm,
And then now I see the Pepe 2 just pump 9%, right? Right after the
yeah.
Pepe pump, because Pepe pumped 10% today and Pepe 2 right after 10%, right?
Wow.
Yeah,
But they
the thing
alternate
is,
because Pepe was yesterday, so
yes,
they're alternating.
yes,
You could okay
that's what I'm saying.
trade against them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've been you can trade against them. You can future trade against them. However, again, fair warning here. Pepe 2 is very much low cap. I mean, what are we sitting on here? 4
Seven
million,
point
3
five.
million?
Or I'm sorry. Oh,
Oh,
market
7.
cap on Pepe two is 7.5 right now.
Pepe
Yeah.
2, 7.5 right now. Yeah, pumped a few days in a row. So, um, So yeah, very low cap, right? Very low cap, and it has a KuCoin listing. It is has one tier one, and it's on L Bank. It's on BitCat. It's it has
It's
multiple
not on
listings.
Solana as well though. It's only on Ethereum, or is it on
Ethereum,
Solana as well?
yes. No, it's on
Oh,
Ethereum.
there's a fake one on Solana as well. So
Uh,
don't
of
buy that
course,
one.
right? Of
But I'm
course.
looking at the one I'm looking at is Pepe20.vip, which
Yeah,
I
well,
believe is the Ethereum one. Yeah.
yes, very, very much. Beginning of 23 was very much the meme tokens were on Ethereum, not on Solana,
Right. Yeah.
right? So these are OG Ethereum meme tokens, and everything there, even in the bear market, when you would ape, because I aped it to Pepe too, right? I think either the first day or the second day there.
Hmm.
I think it ran up to like 130 mil, 140, something like that. But on Ethereum, people used to, Ethereum traders, even meme coin traders are like this. I'm buying 1K, right? And I hodl for 2 weeks, see what happens. Why the high amount of money? Well, your gas fees are freaking high too. So the whole trade has to make sense. So you're hodling for a long time longer because the trade's got to make sense. If the GUI is up and you got to pay $120 for a trade for gas fees, which on ETH, when the GUI is up, it will get there. In a bull run, you see 380, 480. I even saw 880 for a swap. Gas
Jeez.
fees, 880. Yeah.
That's insane.
So so that's why the trading on Ethereum is different.
Hmm.
Order longer. So these meme tokens, even if it was a shit team, they would still send. They would all send to Millie's market cap, each and every one, because of the hodling, right? At least for a week or two.
Yeah.
So it actually had a chance to do these numbers. And on Solana, then people from Ethereum went, there's Solana, pump fund. And then people from Ethereum got utterly wrecked on Solana because now every joker with $3 can come in.
Hmm.
And on Ethereum, these people are not there. Everybody that trades minus $100 is not on Ethereum.
Yeah.
It's simply because of the gas fees.
Right.
So now you get all the people who just flip a bag from $3 to $6 and putting on a huge amount of sell pressure very quickly in the game. And nobody hodls there. And because these things get rugged too. Now that's not to say that like I said, every meme token on Ethereum was very bullish. There were rugs there left and right and scams too,
Hmm.
believe me. But at least they would run a little harder too, get me? Right?
Yeah.
They
It's
would
harder to
rug
eat the
the same
chart.
day. Never rug the same day. Maybe you get rugged after 2 weeks or
Yeah.
a month, right? But yeah, so they stayed, even the rug stayed alive a little longer than on Solana, which is no shade on Solana. We just got to adapt to what you need to. Your trading behavior on Solana is very different than on Ethereum, and also very different on SUI, even though that SUI is faster and cheaper than Solana.
Mm.
But you see in the meme tokens that high volatility there too, right? People come to flip their bag, they're not thinking long term. But now something else is happening on SUI is that, yeah, the meme tokens there are long term. They stay around. The founders are still here, right? So
Hmm.
these were no rugs. So now they're coming for a second pump, right? And so I'm bullish on that ecosystem as a whole. Yeah, that's just my two cents on that one. Of course, we're gonna talk about the AI narrative a little bit too, you guys,
TARS
because
AIs.
man,
Is that the one you're
look,
talking about? TARS. I looked at that chart and
also
it looks like it's due to dip.
yes, yes,
It's
yes. You
upside
see,
down.
dips there are freaking busting hard,
Hmm.
right?
It's crazy looking. Ooh, and it's
Crazy looking.
nice entry too at 10.8 right now, 10.65.
Yeah, right on that floor.
Uh,
We got to be
wh-
careful though. So be
It's gonna
careful.
drop a little bit
There's,
more, huh?
I don't see that per se because this is really that it took that 10 and is now retesting for support.
Hmm.
This is my strategy with these things then, right? If I get in for a swing trade and I want to be early, then I'm going to have an entry here. And then I'm going to look for I'm going to not shoot all the gunpowder. Always a bad idea, right? And then if it doesn't do what I think it's doing, what I think it's going to do, right? So now I'm thinking 65% for a swing trade. Now normally I need 80% for a swing trade, you guys, right? To be sure, and then I go with all of the bags in. But if I'm lower than that, but I'm bullish on it because that thing can pump 30%, 40%, 50% in a day, in no time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it ran to billies already. So and it's now in the millies. It's high market cap, but it can still pump so freaking hard. So I'm so bullish on it. So I might consider that early swing trade entry or early future entry. And so, but I have an order a little bit lower on a lower support level, just in
Mm.
case there is somebody who is not having enough patience because it's on Solana, and I'll buy you back there, right, and add to my position, because I know that anything lower would trigger a big rip there. So um, that's then my strategy when it comes to these. And yeah, really can haul hard. I think that all AI narrative tokens are hauling when Bitcoin is hauling, so that should give you an indication that when it is alt season, these tokens will pull up directly, right? There's no
Mm-hmm.
waiting for rollovers. There, some of your memes may not pump in that first month that hard, right? May do a little pumpy. You might be, yeah, underwhelmed, to say the least, and you might be even tempted to sell your position in favor of everything else that sells, but do not do that, because sometimes even what the lower cap your meme is, the more attractive it will look further along in the alt season, because there everybody has fuck it money, right, made.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you don't have it made yet, right, because you're holding maybe some low caps there, but just you need to practice some patience then, because
Yeah.
people will ape and will look. Sometimes, is it a bullish? This is what happens in alt season. Is the ticker bullish? Yes. How much upside potential? 100x. I'm in. Boom. That's up.
Mm-hmm.
This token been around for a year. Low cap. Let's go. It's what is it called? Flip flop AI. Bullish. Right. So that's just what's going to happen, especially with the narrative. The second bullish narrative is going to be the game narrative again, right? That is still there. I'm a little less
Nakamoto.
bullish on it. Nakamoto, oh my, Nakamoto can pump so hard. Nakamoto games, oh my God, Naka, dollar sign Naka, you guys need to DR that one. Fabulous project there. Yeah, Nakamoto, one of my
Damn.
favorites. Oh, just did a freaking hard rip as well.
Mm-hmm.
My average there actually, because I traded that big ass top right there. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because I was buying it at 33 cents, right? And then it did that rip all the way up to $3.20. And now I'm back. My average is back at 34.82 cents. So sent that one to freaking Walhalla. People still bullish on it just because the chart looks beautiful, by the way, right? It's a little bit of a channel right now. Overall, if you look on the daily, it's a little bit of an older project. So it's really got some track, really got some earned its stripes there. And it's a gaming suite. So a gaming suite is not,
Is it Polygon?
uh,
Oh yeah, it is
no.
Polygon. Oh,
Oh, yeah, Polygon. No, it
damn.
is. Yeah, you're right.
Huh.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah, the market cap at let's see, 50 million, and I can't
Nothing.
find
It's nothing.
I can't find the trading view on it though. God damn.
I have it. Yeah, I have it. Nakamoto
Okay, here we
games
go. On
on
CoinGecko, I can probably pull it up.
yeah, or Qcoin, right? Qcoin chart is good too. Uh, yeah,
Live
Nakamoto
chart. Here we
games.
go.
Yeah. So it doesn't depend on what I find bullish about it. It's a game suite. So it's not depending on one single game, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that makes the gaming suites a lot more bullish than just doubling down on one game. And every time people, I got over the last 2 years a lot of new projects, new games being shilled, and they were building on Ethereum, and that just makes me these games never come out of their beta because of the network that they're on. So
Mm-hmm.
bearish. I have to say, I'm gonna have to admit, I'm bearish on the games on Ethereum because they never left. the only one that I was slightly, and still I'm slightly bullish on, is Bullyverse, because they just freaking kept on building, and even in the headwind of it all, right? They kept in the bear market, they kept it alive, and really patch things as good as they can get it. And the game actually looks fabulous this way. They revamped a lot. So that's a Bullyverse. And also, yeah, that's a great game. You're a bull. Yeah, it's a fun game too. So Bullyverse has my sentiment there then, and Nakamoto games in the gaming area, right? For the gaming narrative. And like we said, Tars AI. I do want to mention Sin AI still, because I think it's fabulous how it just keeps grinding and building. And there's some patches that had to be made with using volume generation with a protocol like this that does not always jive. And it was a little bit of finding out, right, how to patch it. And sometimes that can take a little while, because it's developers got to work on that. And so it does have a, so Signet, let me just put, I shielded in a post. So
Yeah,
I'm
we
going
have
to
the
pull on
chart up right now.
Yes. Hold on, let's go to my profile. Here's my profile.
On
I
X,
have
it's
some.
Sin AI on Sol is the tag.
Yes. The chart looks pretty much primed and beautiful, and very low cap, you guys. What is it at now? 130, 140, 150 mil. Okay. Well, I just said it. I'm going to manifest. You see that mistake I did? I said 150 mil. Now that's just got to happen.
Now it's gonna run.
That's going to run. I've said it. So no, 150K, something like that right now. Yeah. But it has that Serifix AI that you confess to. You confess your sin, and community can rate those sins, right? And you'll be anonymous, right? The sin will be there without your name, and later on that can be used for content on X, right? So that's at least the thing there. Of course, there's the Grace protocol, so there's like a backed up utility with this. From every buy, sell, and transfer, which transfer is very bullish. People like to transfer, to wallets left and right all the freaking time. You get 5% rewarded in Solana, and that is if you're holding more, you get more, right, of the Solana that's being given out to the holders. So if you hold, and there's no minimum, so you can hold a little, right, and get rewarded a little, or you can hold a lot and get rewarded a lot. There's a threshold for 43 million to join the whale team, the whale group there, which are active and bullish, and they are the ones who are hodling your floor, right? And they're all known, all doxed. So there's that. I think is bullish because it has that utility, so it really can make use of that volatility of Solana in the up and down in the transfer, right? The buy, sell, and transfer. So in every buy, sell, and transfer, there's that tax fee that's being redistributed to the holders. And if you look at the website there, you can actually see how much a Solana. So every time the thing fills, the meter fills, all Solana will be splurged out automatically in your wallet. You don't need to punch in and get it, right? It will be in your wallet real time. And so every time that fills up, and right now it's filled up, and it's 56 Solana was given out this week, right? So you're just getting rewarded with Solana. So you can buy something else, or buy more of SynAI, or whatever you want to do with that, right? That's up to you. Also very bullish is that, okay, when Solana has topped out, because there was a point of discussion, what then? Then we're stuck with Solana. Maybe we don't want to hodl Solana anymore, right? Maybe something else is very bullish that we want to get rewards in. Or maybe we want to split rewards, get 2.5% Solana and get 2.5% of something else. And that's very doable because the contract is so that can still be changed. That loop can still be changed, right? So we can change it to SUI, we could change it to SAE, to Monad if that's going to be bullish, or something else. So All rewards are possible there. So that's why I'm bullish on it. I know these are very low cappy gems and very volatile in this way, right? Quick moves up, quick moves down. Uh, but I know that as soon as that AI narrative is just too hot on a hot chain and getting rewards also hot. So hey ho, here we go. 150 mil. I said it. Prophecy. I just made a prophecy. That's what I did.
There we go.
There we go.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I'm a holder there too. I just think, the upside potential there, I think it's just too juicy to not have a little bag, right? To not have a little bag. So, I'm trying to catch these things early. So you sit like front row, like in a roller coaster, and you'll be like, yeah. Yeah, you guys. So I think that these were the tickets that I wanted to mention. I know that everything, and when I ask for shills, I see the stupid token coming up. So I want you to pull it up and show us a chart of stupid tick.
Oh,
You got to
okay.
give that an honorable mention. Yeah.
Here, let me find them real quick.
Yeah, I want to see what that chart is all about, and I'm gonna make you pull it up so we can look on a live stream of that.
Let me see. I think it's okay. And then I got the CA. What's the ticker? It's stupid. It's not something. It's stupid. Okay, so pull it up on the Dexy. See what this looks like.
Pull it out of that. Yeah, pull it up.
Here we go. All right, that's us. Damn.
Hmm?
1.6 million market cap liquidity.
No.
Yeah, this is a really good looking chart too.
Oh my
Wow.
God! Now I gotta pull it and put it up on watch list.
This is a really good looking chart. This is crazy. All right, and so let's see what does the distribution
I'm
look
gonna
like.
open my Bullx.
Yeah, if you look at the distribution, it's like very it
I'm
looks
gonna look.
good.
Open my Bullx.
Everything about it looks very good.
Yes.
18,000 holders.
Mm.
The
Yes,
distributions
we
like
got a risk one to come up and speak because I like to know, are these NFTs? What's happening over there with these NFTs? I see people, with these the same NFTs. I see they're boosting each other. If I look on the timeline, um, right? People pumping stupid coin, stupid. Yeah, 10x soon, right? Yeah. I see they're supporting each other a lot. So, yeah. All right, cool. Well, put that one on my watch list then. This is what's going to happen. I think it's bullish when people come into a space and start shilling like they did. Maybe not today, but they were representing
Stupid was
the other
created
time. And the
January 20.
recent impact
Stupid was
when we
created
go,
5th,
we should do
2024.
that with the dogs too. You guys would just go in other spaces and we represent because it makes an impact, right? You notice it if you see these PFPs, and of course, this is I'm hosting as a dog, so I naturally see more dogs. But if you, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna go to Queen Space, which is what time again? I think 2 in our afternoon, so it'll be like 10, no, 8 in the morning Eastern time, 8 a.m. Right, I'm in there, and as soon as I see dogs in there, because I'm always on stage with Queen. And as soon as I see dogs in there, I start shilling Doginal dogs because I get the question. So normally there's some etiquette, right? So if it's not a shill space, I just come there and we'll just, I love having a good time, right? I'm talking about the market, and crypto, and trading, whatever. But then at one point, I know Queen is going to ask because she's looking at that screen and she's 10 dogs in there. And she's like, Violet, what's up with these dogs? And then I'm going, oh, well, let me just chill right here. Right?
exactly.
And so that's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's the power of your PFP, and that's why I'm bullish on Dogecoin dogs. So we're going to talk. I'm having this one. Put this on my watch list. It's actually bullish, you guys. A lot of people talking about bullish. All right, can you maybe send me the CA later, Tick? Oh, it's a little too much right now. Doesn't want to. I'm a little stuck with my screen myself. So yeah,
Yeah, I got
next
you.
up then. Our next up is our last show for tonight. At least my night, and that's going to be the Doginal dog. So let's pull up the website of the Doginal dog, and we're just going to give the alpha on that. Thank you very much. I just got to do. You guys, if you want me to, if you want to reach me, by the way, sending DMs on Twitter on X is probably not the way, because I check those not so regularly as I do in the TG. So at Wilder Jackson is my handle for the TG. So my
Um,
name is Wilder.
I just sent you my chat bot as well. If you want to play with
Mm,
it at some point, the one it's not working with the stupid ticker, but so the
yeah.
bottom right on the one that says tick web 3 links. When you open that web
Yeah.
page up, there's a blue button, a circular button in the bottom right, and you open that up, and that opens up the chat bot. And so if I type in, like it works with Fartcoin, but if I do like Sol, so SOL, I wonder why it's not working right now. This thing, oh, it's been working. Let me see if I try SUI fetching. Could not fetch detailed data for this cryptocurrency. I wonder if it's because I'm using this in Chrome. I'm going to put it into Edge real quick and see
Yeah.
if that fixes it.
Well,
It could just be the
I'm
browser.
gonna trying to drink from my sippy cup, but it's not. It's leaking a little bit. I just spilled all over myself.
Huh.
Horrible.
Forgive me, the AI chatbot's not working for me right now. I'm going to have
Oh
to play with it and see. It has been working, so I'm not sure why it's not right now. So anyway,
well,
let's continue. I'll do
look
the
on
Doginal
the on
dogs.
the menu.
Oops.
On our menu, next tick is gonna
Mm,
be because we're gonna expand this space. You guys, you don't know we're gonna pump the space to high heaven because we can,
yes.
and we're gonna have a Telegram group for this space. So everybody who is entering this space, you can join. Then the Telegram group. We have bots in there that are bullish, right? We're gonna push the coin ranking bot in there. We're gonna have scanners in
For our
there. The
monad
best
coin.
also for Monad, yeah,
Yeah.
right. And we're going to share all the links that we talk about in this space, the projects that we talked about. We're going to condense it and send it in links in Telegram because it's just an easier way of doing it. And because X is not allowing us to share a lot of outside links, it's
Yeah.
very bearish for
If
your account,
if
right?
there's like 6
So
different things we want to share each day and we're posting all
yeah,
those links on X, we're going to get
yeah,
flagged probably if
yeah.
there's just too many outside
And
links.
we can give back a little bit by having some of our own plugins in there that you can utilize, right? And the tips and tricks and that kind of stuff. So, create a bullish. And of course, you're allowed to shill. I would say you'll be allowed to shill because this is what's the ticker space. Just make sure we're making sure we have scanners in there. And we can even have like a competition in there. I have a bot that has the best caller. So if you call the token, right, we're in competition. We share how many X's it did. And then we can have like a top three and have some fun with that too. So that's bullish for the space, bullish for our brand that Tick and I are building here, somewhat intuitively and synchronistically, right?
Let's go.
And let's go. So we're gonna have some fun in this bull run because never forget we're in the bullish time, right? We're in bullish times. We're in the uptrend. Bitcoin is hauling for us, right? Bitcoin is getting the eyes. That will always be the case. Bitcoin's number one. So don't hate it. It should tell you that you don't own enough Bitcoin. You should probably DCA some coffee money and some Bitcoin. All right, moving on to the Doginal dogs. I did my Bitcoin show. I always have to do that. So Doginal dogs. Look at you got the website uptick.
Yes. Yeah, this is
You
I'm
got it.
going through all the
Right.
pages right now.
Yes, yes. Bullish on the Doginal dogs, you guys. So if you're a future listener, because this is recorded and of course it's on YouTube. This is of course on the space stream, X space stream as well. So yeah, Doginal dogs. You must have seen them around on your timeline. I mean, the odds that you didn't. I don't know what galaxy or universe or under what rock you you live, but yeah, if you are engaging in X maybe even 2 times a day, you must have seen the dogs flying by because they're max engaging all the freaking time because they know how to, because this is what this community is all about. The Doginal dogs were a free mint, right? But now the floor is like what, 2K, and that's no easy feat to raise floors that high, right? And that's all because of this community sentiment. It's a large community. There's a lot of alpha in this community. There's a lot of how to deal with your own brand, right? So not just being a part of the community, but how to develop your own brand, how to keep your socials healthy, so you can max um, profit on that, right? Capitalize on that. And how do you do that? How to get there? Bark Media branding course, right? That kind of stuff. It's all there. So bullish. But look, what sets this apart from other NFTs collections? Because often that's going to be the question. And it's not just going to be the art, right? It's not just going to be the art, because you can have fabulous art, but if you have no engagement, nobody's going to see that fabulous art. Also, when your floor rises at some point, there might be people who do not have enough fund to spend 2K directly on an NFT, so they can change it into a PFP and be a part of the community. And that's when things get rough for most NFT collections, because if that floor rises that high, right, you're really kind of making yourself into an exclusive little club there. And not so for the dojo dogs, because they have something. They have like a secret weapon, and I love them. And we have some secret weapons here in the house. I'm a secret weapon. I do not have the NFT that I bought as PFP. I still rock a starter dog, and yes, that's what they're called, starter dogs. So everybody can join the community for free. You can go to the Doginal Dogs website, right, and get yourself a dog. There's now this black theme where everything is black, black bows, and when I got it was the pink bow still. And so you can still join the community even if you do not have the funds yet, right, to purchase an NFT. And maybe you never want to. I still want to join the community. That's fine too, right? Because these are on the front line hauling, right? These starter dogs, they're engaging just the same as the real dogs, the NFT dogs, the holders do. And so, we pump each other's bags and we make better people in this space, right? To try to. There are lots of dog spaces that are so bullish and all about helping other people win in this space, in this Web3 space, whether that be in trading, whether that be in degening, whether that be in making your own brand. So please check out the Doginal dogs there. And again, look at what's on the doggy market to see what the NFTs are all about and their trades, right? And if you see something, like it, contact me or another dog to show if you have any difficulty with getting it. It's on Doge, of course. And so, yeah. Or just go for a starter dog, right? Go for a starter dog. Try it out first. See what happens when you change your PFP into a starter dog, right? See what happens there to your account and to how you are being welcomed into this community. That says something. And you want to be a part of a community. I think it's bullish. If you do this bull run by yourself, I think you're gonna miss out on so much alpha out there, right? And it's always more fun to win harder with everybody there together, as friends. And of course, there's the New York meetup in June, and so bullish on that. I don't know if there's still tickets, but I guess I can't go because of work. So I'll be in the copium corner, looking at the live stream there. So yeah, that was that's my thoughts and chill on the Doginal dogs. And there's just too much that I can say about it, but I think it speaks for itself, right? It doesn't necessarily need my mention. I mean, they're all over the place, and that leaves an impact. Like I said, they're having spaces 24/7, right? There's always a dog having a space, sometimes multiple at the same time. So just yeah, too bullish, you guys, on this, is ever growing because of the starter dog mechanism, right? Extra love for all the starter dogs, for real. Yeah. So that was it for me today. I don't know if you want to add something, Dick. I'm just this day took like the best out of me, so I don't know how you guys are
No,
like it.
one thing I did tag you in I
Mm,
thought was pretty interesting is Phantom has a new update apparently with SUI compatibility, which I thought it did before, but I don't know if there's some sort of more native functionality to it now where it allows like
mm.
swaps and bridges cross chain easier, I believe, is kind of the that kind of seems, yeah. So if I go to SUI, yeah. So if I want to swap from Solana to SUI, it to,
Let's see it.
it seems like I have the ability to do that. Or if I try base, let me see if it'll do it with the base coin I have on here, and then to SUI.
It was in their beta version.
Yeah, so that was a release that they just had like within the last hour.
Yes.
I said they had
Yes.
a post on X,
Yeah.
but so I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
That's very bullish on SUI. Like,
Very bullish.
what does that mean for SUI now that it's like it makes it that much easier to trade SUI? Trade SUI meme coins. It's pumping. It's like, okay, let's go. That's all
Yeah.
I have. I'm
Absolutely.
excited to see what
Let me
happens.
see on the. Let me see on the. Yes, today we're rolling. That was an hour ago. We're rolling out SUI to everyone on Phantom. You can now swap tokens between SUI, Ethereum, Base, and Solana. Access your favorite SUI network apps. Buy SUI right inside your wallet, so you can pay with your credit card back, but whatever is available in your country for that. And so yeah, this post is not intended for UK audiences, right? So it says,
Mhm.
yeah, you guys. So. Uh, yeah, bullish, right? Uh, but that's just shows you where Sui is at. Phantom is taking notice. Took notice right away, like in end of 24, and quickly wrote that out to have it in its wallet. And it's only doing that the same with ETH and Base. And this is not an accident. It's by design, you guys, because the outflow of Ethereum is going first to Sui, second to
Mhm.
Base. And then number three is Solana and Arbitrum. I don't know what's up with Arbitrum there. And then, not particularly did research in that area because I'm personally not bullish on. If you hold anything on it, 1000x, that, you know, bless you, 1000x. So it's not by accident that it has ETH base SUI. It's not that a Solana wallet is choosing these chains, is absolutely not by accident. You can see that shit just playing out right in front of your eyes, right? So write it down, take note of that, right? Make in your trading view a little sticky note that this happened then, right? And so you can connect dots a lot sooner this way, right? Like it's like the puzzle is falling to get together here. So yeah, let's close out the space. I am gonna be in Lamb space and the Moonlight Crypto. Let me see if I can, if Lamb already posted something about that, about a link here or something that we can hand up in Jumbotron for our possible future listeners. I do not see, but yeah, Moonlight Crypto tomorrow. Then I'll be there on stage, and please come join us. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun space to be in, actually. So yeah, what's the ticker? Well, we just did it, right? We just said it. What's the ticker? Let's play it. Let's go. What's the ticker? Suipreme, thank you for coming up. What's the ticker? Where's it at?
Thank you for the
What
invitation.
is the
It was
ticker? Where's
interesting
it
to
at? I
listen
got
to you.
crypto in the bag. You're welcome. Thank you, co-host Dick.
Thank you so
See
much.
you in the moonlight, right?
Yes.
Dude, I see you, dude. Papa's always falls asleep to my voice in Moonlight Crypto. I know this. Truth and Red. I see Chubby there. Next time, Chubby, come shill your stuff, right? We want to know what's the ticker. You can also shill yourself, right? Catch you tomorrow, guys. Same time.